Nigerian musician and Afrobeat star Davido and his lovely wife Chioma Roland tied the knot in Miami last weekend, and the wedding was beautiful. It was spectacular. It was all over the internet. Okay, we all know that the internet has been on fire since Davido and Chioma's wedding, and the wedding was a fairy tale. But we all know that the thing with bringing things to the social media or things that are viral on social media is that it gets a lot of reactions. And when I say lots of reactions, it can be either negatively or positively, and this wedding has been both. Like, it has been mixed with a lot of reactions, including negatively and positively, from the outfits to the drama around the guest list to what people have to say. It is a whole lot. So just sit down, relax, while we break down everything that transpired during the wedding and some of the things that people have to say. Okay, first things first, can we talk about how beautiful the wedding was? The wedding was nothing short of glamorous. We all saw the luxury that was on display, from the venue, the decor, the music performance, the A-list celebrities that were there. It was beautiful. It had a list of people from both Nigeria and internationally. Social media was on fire. It was flooded with videos of the couples looking all loved up, and honestly, it felt like a fairy tale, because that's what it actually felt like. It was looking so beautiful. But you guys know that, as usual in Nigeria, no matter how beautiful an event is, there will always be people who will find something to say. And in this case, these critics, they wasted no time. People had a lot of opinions, about the wedding. But I don't think it was surprising to people, because we all expected this to happen. Okay, for something of this magnitude, or an event of this magnitude, we were expecting, and like a reaction from a lot of people. But the question is, we were not expecting as much reaction as we got. Okay, so a lot of people spoke about the outfit, especially Davido's outfit. Oh my goodness, a lot of people made videos about Davido's suits, the men in the fashion industry. I really don't know too much about fashion though, but I know when something looks good and when something doesn't look good. Okay, so but a lot of people had so many things to say about his suits. But one thing I know for a fact is, I personally think that they both looked good. Okay, if it wasn't the dress, it was the guest list, like the guest list drama. Some people were expecting some people to be there. There were a lot of comments on blogs. There were a lot of people posting videos and saying, oh, they were expecting Chris Brown to be there, they were expecting Very Dark Man to be there. A lot of people had very funny comments here and there, from sources and news that we saw on the internet. From what I heard, it was said that the wedding was strictly by invitation, right? There were a lot of people who even tried to get access to the wedding, but they couldn't, and people were even paying, to be able to get the invite card just for them to get into the wedding. And even though some of them even paid to collect the card from people who were even in the wedding, they couldn't still access the hall, because every seat had like their names for people to be seated. Okay, so I'm sure they definitely wanted some certain kind of guests to be there, but people still had things to talk about. People even said how Davido decided to use this as an opportunity to oppress people, to overspend. Oh my goodness, opinions for days. It was a lot. And I think one of the news or the comments that was going round the most, that for me was just so weird, was the fact that they were comparing Davido's wedding to JP 2025. Like, I think it is such a Nigerian thing that Nigerians like to compare. They compare for a living, okay? Because at some point, when I opened my social media and I saw how I was seeing pictures of Davido's wedding and JP's wedding side by side, it was so shocking to me, because I'm like, how did this happen? Okay, how is it that some people are changing the narrative and saying how Davido put in a lot of effort, tried to outshine JP 2025? Mind you, they were all lovely. Okay, JP 2025 trended, Davido's wedding trended, but how people decided to put these two weddings side by side, it was what was so shocking to me. People compared literally everything, from the decoration to the guest list to the clothes that the brides wore to the clothes that the grooms wore. It was comparison over comparison, and yeah, it was just such a weird but like I said also in the beginning, it was mixed reaction. Mind you, just because they were people who were being negative, it doesn't mean people were not celebrating for him. A lot of people, as a matter of fact, they celebrated for him. A lot of fans actually loved the wedding. Many people kept on praising Davido for finally taking this step. Mind you, Chioma and him were already married traditionally. They just wanted to get do the white wedding. So people actually even said how the wedding brought people together, brought Nigerian culture, internationally. A lot of fans defended him. You know that the 30 BGs, they have such a strong fan base. So trust that in as much as people were saying some funny things over the blogs and all that, a lot of 30 BG fans were there to defend, Davido, and we're wishing them the best. Davido seems happy, Chioma seems happy. They have all been through a lot together. We're wishing them the best in their new journey. I'm going to let you guys to listen to some of the videos that people posted, analyzing Davido's wedding. Let me know what your take is about the wedding. Personally, the wedding was beautiful to me. I love weddings. Okay, they look so happy, they look like they were meant for each other. It was a fairy tale. They look stunning. Okay, so personally I feel like the wedding was great, but I want to know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that these critics from these people, do you think it was necessary? Do you think they did too much? Do you think they were right? Do you think they were wrong? I just want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section. And like I always say, do not forget to subscribe and turn on for more videos like this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now, and thank you so much.
Everybody talking about this suit, and I wasn't going to say anything about Davido's wedding suit until I found out that this was a custom Tom Ford. And then I'm like, wait a minute, what happened here? First of all,
let's address what everyone is thinking. Davido's wedding suit. First of all, I want to say that I am highly disappointed with whoever made the decision for our 001 to step out on one of the biggest days of his life looking like this. I also want to categorically state that this video is not about bashing Davido, because I love Davido, but to point out the flaws with his wedding suit. Okay, there's so many things wrong with the suit, and as a custom suit designer, I'm here to break it down. The first thing is the jacket length. Now say this with me. A good jacket length should always cover your butt. The jacket length needed at least another inch or two to create a balanced structure to his jacket, especially for the fact that it was a double-breasted jacket, just like mine. And this is exactly what I mean. The right length and structure to a jacket helps to create a perfect silhouette for your jacket. Number two, the shoulders. Just by looking at Davido, his shoulder width is probably about 18 inches.
Honestly, I did not want to talk about this before. But any to she left from Davido ko down. I'll be sure to see low money there. What don't she mechanic? But you're not a mechanic. Just look at the trouser. Davido said he spent 3 what? Please, Davido, how much did he spend?
We spent $3.7 million cash.
Oh my God.
Look at the trouser they gave somebody, a superstar, on his wedding. Because Davido is a superstar. Look at what I our mechanic. To my bossy correct trouser where you go wear for your wedding. Look at all the money where you spend. So don't love money. Be out on the mechanic. Cherry. We are not ready in this country. We are not ready.
His shoulder width is probably about 18 inches, but this jacket was totally far from it. Once again, a good jacket should complement the natural width of your shoulders. That way, you have a more fitted jacket at your shoulders. The next thing is the buttons. If I was at the wedding, I would have helped him unbutton the bottom two buttons of his jacket. It's a double-breasted jacket. You don't need to button those. They're not functional. Now, let's talk about the alteration lines. You can see that the suit was altered maybe last minute to fit him better, but whoever altered the suit did such a bad job. Honestly, they should be jailed, because you can literally see where the suit was altered, and the connection points just were not clean. Now let's move to the pants. The pants could have been tapered. There was about an inch worth of fabric just laying around doing nothing. They could have tapered his pants much better. The crotch of the pants bothered me. You can see right here, we have these wrinkle lines and excess fabric build just sitting there doing nothing. Now let's talk about the shoes. The biggest issue I had with the shoes.
Now this kind of wedding Davido won't achieve. Nigerians, till tomorrow, Davido is still regretting that he did not achieve fully the wedding of his dream. He wanted a wedding where it will be the talk of the town. Just imagine, this na person traditional wedding o. It a trend since morning. On Davido's special day, before 8 abi 9 p.m, the wedding don stop to the trend. Because Davido made one simple